Thank you for joining us on the RP Experience. I'm your host, Andrew Regenhard, and today we have one of our preferred partners, Dave Feightner, with Spectrum Concierge, and a top producing agent, Amanda Van Slyke, with Compass. Welcome.
Thank you.
Today's topic, we're going to be talking about concierge service and why it's important in Southwest Florida and why everyone should have it, especially for those people that are leaving town all the time. On that note, Dave, do you want to start us off and tell us a little bit about yourself and then why you invited Amanda?
Sure thing. I'd love to. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on. I've got a great relationship with Amanda, and we're excited to tell you about what we do. But my name's Dave Feighter. My wife Steph and I own Spectrum Concierge and also Accent Cleaning Services. We serve the general population here in Naples, Florida. I'm originally from Chatham, Massachusetts, a little town on Cape Cod.
Okay.
And been here in Naples for going on 10 years now. So
you don't want to go back?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Good. Yeah.
Hey, what's the temperatures up there right now?
Below 40 for sure. So yeah,
Gives me the chills.
I think visits are good. That's all I need.
Where I went to college, I just saw that there was a blizzard, and I was like, nope, I'm good. It was up in North Dakota. I'm like, nope, I'm good. So awesome. Well, welcome. Glad you could be on here. We're going to talk about your business in a second, but Amanda, do you mind giving us and the listeners a little bit of an overview on who you are?
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
My family and I moved here in 2004 from North Carolina.
Okay.
I have two kids,
Awesome.
Now one in college and one just graduating.
Okay.
My husband is a developer, and we've been loving Naples ever since.
It's
Nice.
way too beautiful down here to not love it, right? And you said one of your kids, where did they go to college and what are they going for?
My youngest child is in Gainesville.
Okay.
Equine management horse,
okay.
animal sciences.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. That's why I have to work so hard to keep them in horses. And my eldest child is now in graduate school in Tampa studying special education.
I love it.
That's
Love it.
Very exciting. Yes.
We'll touch
Very
on that
proud.
in a second, but following after what you did for a while,
Yes,
right?
yes. I started, my life as a special ed teacher, but just changed
Hey,
gears.
life throws you a lot of curveballs, and it's how you adjust and overcome, right? Well, perfect. Well, we're obviously very lucky to have both of you guys on the podcast. Dave, we want to talk a little bit more about your business and your industry. Can you get us up to speed on where you're at and where Spectrum Concierge is?
Sure. I'd love to. My wife Steph and I started Spectrum Concierge in August of 2013. So we are now into our 9th year of service. It's been a fun ride. We initially saw a need for, we kind of had a hospitality background. Steph also did some event planning. And so we weren't really, in construction or home
Right.
maintenance at the time, but we were willing to learn and work hard. And we saw a need down here, as many do, for home watch and home services.
Okay.
People, this is where people come to play,
Yeah.
and they don't want to deal with, the headaches that comes with home ownership, especially in Southwest Florida.
Yeah.
So, Spectrum Concierge started, in 2013, and we've grown. Initially, it was just Steph really managing the business. We now have 12 full-time team members. And we also own Accent Cleaning Services. It's all run out of the same facility. We currently have 12 full-time cleaning professionals, as well as a service coordinator and an operations manager. So, all together, we kind of, round all the corners in terms of managing a home from both the cleaning side as well as maintenance, repairs, home watch, even up to estate management for the type of client we have down here.
Wow. One-stop shop, right?
We try. Yeah.
What's next? What else could you even add on that after that? It'd be like pools, I guess. Like that'd be like the only thing I could think of. But
Yeah, well, we'll see. There's a lot of different avenues, but we we certainly want to perfect the science that that we're working on right now first.
The famous line, you want to stay in your lane, right?
Yeah.
Well, why does someone need concierge service?
Concierge to me is just service. You know, it's providing a high level of service, anticipating somebody's needs, you know, thinking through a situation to the finish line. What does the homeowner want here? So concierge can really adapt in many ways. And you know, ultimately what people need down here is competent home care. And so that's where we came up with Spectrum Concierge. We are a one-stop shop. All of our clients have a dedicated administrative concierge. So Terry, Kristen, Renee, and Brian are all administrative concierges in our office. Each of them handle approximately 20 homes. And, you know, they are the phone call that the homeowner can make for literally anything that they need, whether it be maintenance related, an issue, troubleshooting, advice, and you know, cleaning services, you name it. So we've really focused on trying to become a responsive and good communicating service. And, you know, that's why, I mean, there's just so much that goes on behind the scenes rather than just going and visiting a home. You got to have the back end. So that's how we've kind of structured our company.
So you don't drive the golf cart around the neighborhood?
We do, yeah.
Like the golf cart home watch people, right? Like you see the old retired guys, like, yep, looks good, right? Takes a photo on their phone.
Bob on the golf cart, yeah.
Oh, that's funny. What are the most frequent clients? Is it the elder people that need help? Is it the people that are going up and away and, you know, spending only a month or maybe 2 months down here? Or is it the 6 months? Or, you know, like, give us an update on most of your clients and why they need your service.
Sure. We have quite a variety. I'd say the majority of our clients spend, you know, a few months at least down here, up to 5, 6, 7 months a year down here in Naples. And then they depart and they need, you know, they want high, you know, attentive care for their home. We then, you know, are there for them in the event of a hurricane. You know, we're prepping their home for that. And we're preparing their home for their arrival in the fall. And we're also oftentimes handling a lot of projects that they want. They have a list typically that we have to chip away at. But then when they get back, they know that we have also the handyman on our team. And actually all of our clients, they get handyman time allocated in their programs with us. That's just included. But we have clients that are more on the elderly end that live here 12 months out of the year, that we perform a, you know, every other week check-in where we can, you know, twist a screwdriver, change out some light bulbs, take on little touch-up projects here and there, help them navigate situations, you know, just a resource for people.
Find the remote.
Find the remote. Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
That's you know, definitely something we have on our list. But we have clients that want the more full-scale estate management aspect as well, where we literally are stocking the wine, handling the vendors that are coming through the home. You know, you got to know your clients intimately, and I think that's where Amanda, you know, is such a great resource as well. But you know, it takes a lot of different shapes and forms.
Love it. What is? I mean, you list that you can do everything, right? But where does that line stop? Like, what will you guys not do?
We're not a contractor. We're not a general contractor. Okay. We're not a licensed contractor. We do not aspire to be that. Right. And we would rather align our clients with the best companies in town, so that they're taken care of professionally, than try to do everything ourselves. And really, it's not legal for us to do that. We're not allowed to get involved in the billing of contractor services. And so we have worked hard to develop relationships with great companies locally, HVAC, plumbing, electrical, roofers, landscapers, pool services, you name it. And I think taking that unbiased approach and you know, just really looking to put our clients' homes in the right hands has served us well over the years. You know, we haven't lost any leverage. We've built great relationships, and that's kind of one of the benefits of working with us is some of these relationships when you know the homeowner needs something, the vendor's eager.
Love it. What's the craziest concierge request that you've ever received?
Is it one of my clients? Just saying.
She's like, probably will be.
Probably.
Yeah, there's maybe a few. I mean, it's interesting. It just comes down to the needs of the home oftentimes. But people have very, you know, it's a very personal thing. You know, people have us go through their medicine cabinets and ship things to them that they need, you know, obviously urgently sometimes. We've also, you know, we have clients who have, you know, kittens that we handle the groom. We've procured a mobile groomer to come out to the house. Wow. We go there. We bring the kitties out to the grooming van. I mean, whatever you can think of that, you know, you might need around your house. That's where our clients tend to come to us. Yeah.
That's a honey-do list, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, well, good. Well, Amanda, let's get the listeners up to speed on your business. You're obviously a top producing agent here in Naples, and not only do you sell a lot of real estate and do a lot of volume, you help a lot of families, and a lot of people find their home or second home or fifth home down in here in Naples. So, how did you get into real estate, and what were you doing prior to real estate?
Well, it was a natural progression. My husband is a developer and had our own building company. And when we left North Carolina and moved here in 2004, you know, I just wanted to reinvent myself. And it was a natural progression. I loved real estate. I loved helping people. I started off in rentals.
Okay.
And kind of learned, and I was an assistant and learned that was one of the most important, being in that industry was the most important part of creating the platform in which, you know, I provide services for my clients today.
Yeah.
I don't say that I'm a salesperson because my people and their goal, listening to their goals and finding them the absolute right potential possibility is most important. And so my clients become my forever clients.
Right.
I don't leave them. And it just is, it's who I am. So many of my clients are on their second, third, fourth, fifth, you know, transaction in finding their homes. And they continue to work with me because, you know, it's not about the sale.
Right.
It's about creating and maintaining those relationships.
And helping them.
And that's why it led me to find Dave, because that was the most critical part, the aftercare. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen to my people, because I don't like to leave them.
Right.
I have to, and finding Dave and his company was the best thing that I could do.
So you've always been a helper. You used to teach, is that right?
I did. I taught special education for 10 years, and then I had my own children, and, you know, I realized that I give everything that I am to anything I do. So I didn't have enough at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So then I stayed home and was a mom.
Yeah.
And then when my kids were old enough, I moved out of the house and started working, and then moved into real estate, which is my passion. My relationships are so important to me, and this has been a really phenomenal market to be in.
Oh yeah. And it really is, like, you are, you know, we always joke that, you know, it's perfect down here, but so many people are coming down and you're finding those people, those like forever home, because it's usually the end, right? Like they're coming down, they're like, why would I ever want to leave? Like, I'm literally going to stay here, right? There's a lot of transient cities all around, and don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, they're fun to visit, but like, I mean, you can't beat what's down here in Southwest Florida. So wait, we shouldn't say that on air. We don't want other people to know that, right?
Because we needed to shut the board.
I was going to say, Amanda, is there any inventory?
No, there's none.
Build a wall.
Believe me.
Build a wall.
Build a wall, because we can't.
There's nothing.
Everybody's found out about us.
Yeah, they're coming down. They're invading.
They're coming.
That's awesome. With that being said, are you dealing pretty much solely on the buying side, the selling side? Like, how is that going on right now?
Both. So, my buyers eventually become sellers when
Right.
they move up, and so I always
So you
handle.
both.
Yeah.
Okay.
So both. So looking for something to buy right now, every morning I start my calls with the people in my network. What do you have? What do you have? My clients looking for this,
Yeah.
because you don't want to disappoint. You don't, and everybody's searching, and you
Oh,
just
yeah.
have to be quick to react,
Right.
and know who to call.
Yep, exactly. It's the relationships,
It's
the
the
connection.
relationships. That way.
So what are you doing a little bit different? Obviously, you can be the biggest helper, and you can always do the right thing for your clients, right? But at the end of the day, you're still doing crazy volumes, Amanda. So like, how are you doing such great volumes and competing with these other agents and getting these jobs or these deals done in this insane market?
You just have to. You basically don't stop. You just have to always be looking and listening for an opportunity, and due to my relationships with my clients,
Yeah.
they are the first to tell me, oh, my neighbor or my this or that. This is somebody that may be looking to sell. Do you have a client? So it's a daily hunt every day, and maintaining those relationships.
It is the line, the feast or famine, right? It's
is.
always we're on a hunt. So, all right, outside of work, passions, hobbies.
Well, there's very little time for us. Work doesn't stop.
Right.
We love to boat. We love horses. Our family. So we have very, very little time to chill, but we really don't leave Florida very much because there's everything here.
Right.
And we love to go boating.
That's awesome. Now, how did you guys first meet?
Well, this was so long. Now it's
Collision course.
Yes. Okay. So me being wanting, I used to in the past, when my clients would purchase a home, I would manage it because I just felt it was important to coordinate
Right.
all the people.
Yeah.
And then my very important clients recognized that it was a lot on me because it was, but I couldn't say no. And they said, you know what? We found a terrific person through our resources. It was actually in Cambridge, I think, or Massachusetts. I found you.
Yep.
And they said, we're not letting go of you. We're leaving you so you can do what you do best, and do.
Yeah. Into real estate.
And he's coming in. I said, okay. Reluctantly, I felt a little bit of a loss, and I was like, I was hypercritical, and I was like, wait a minute. This guy is he's pretty good. This team is pretty fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Dave, and then it began, and never looked.
And how long have you guys been working together?
6 years. 6 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's about right.
So very, my math's not very good, but I guess just maybe a couple years after you got started then.
Yeah.
So we've been
Yeah.
working together.
When Amanda and I first met, Spectrum was still just my wife and I and a couple other people, and so she's seen us grow, and but I think the thread that has kind of been key for us along the way has been teamwork. I mean, with the initial client where we first met, there was definitely anytime you meet somebody new, there's a level of skepticism.
Sure.
They kind of have to earn their keep, right?
Yeah.
But the approach that we try to always take is, not, what am I doing versus what are they doing? It's what are we doing together,
Right.
And we have taken that approach, and we've taken it to all of the clients that we work with and collaborate with, and
Yep.
it's a team effort. Nobody's keeping score. It's just are we getting the job done the way it should be done?
And that's huge because so many times people try to, like yourself coming in, trying to prove themselves or prove their worth, kind of take that position of being, you came in very just as professionals can be, and always, communicated. Your communication level is, I have not seen anything like it, and that's really critical in this. Even just giving me feedback as how things are going in the home, it was really important, to us to continue that relationship and have, maintain that communication.
Yeah, I think it's all communication, and the way you communicate really sets the tone, and it dictates the success or failure of the relationship. And we've got multiple hands in every pot, so to speak, and that's not a bad thing. I think it can be construed as complicating or whatever, but if everybody tries to help and contribute, and not take such a personal approach to it, it works out pretty good. And I think what has become evident to me is that clients that want the type of homes that Amanda deals with, they've got very few people on their inner circle, and that's very personal to them. We do all these things. We Spectrum does, we do, maintenance and handyman projects. We do cleaning. A lot of our clients have their own cleaners. We have to respect that. They've developed relationships with other people well before us. So it's incumbent upon us to make it work.
Right.
And so I think it's easy to take it personal when a client wants to go through somebody else to get something done, but you actually build your standing with the client by proving that you're going to play ball and play nice in the sandbox with everyone in their circle, and that eventually it works out, But
and that's probably the same thing on your side, right?
Exactly.
With the real estate, and always doing the right thing for them, communicating with them. We talk about the communication, and that's in every business. It's just so important. And let's be real here. It's just life, right? You have to communicate. Without the communication, we can't read minds, right?
Right. And also equally as important for me, my referring Spectrum.
Yes.
It comes with such, it is
100%.
so important. And that is, how I conduct my business. I do not want any kind of kudos to me for making this referral. They that my referring word is my word. And if I say this is who you need to be with, it comes with a clear head because I know they're the right person. So that's how important, and the trust in the person that I'm referring to, such as Spectrum, that's how much weight it carries.
I love that. What do you think Dave and his team do that's just so much different than the rest?
They take ownership.
Okay.
They take ownership. They care. They communicate. They listen. There's nothing that is requested of them that seems like it's out of the ordinary. They make my clients feel like they're the only client that they have, and take that level of care. And it is such a relief, and it's such a good feeling to have my people in the hands of a company like Spectrum, because I know that every need will be met, and they'll exceed their expectations.
I love that. Now, you both have obviously created some great things within the real estate realm, within your business. What kind of tips would you give to, young entrepreneurs or new realtors in the area that are trying to achieve such success like yourself?
Find your niche. Find what you're really good and passionate about, and stay in that lane. Don't try to be something that you're not, and kind of stick to your core. This industry is not easy, and you can't be part-time. You have to be all in,
right?
And it takes a long time. You have to earn your stripes, as I say. You just can't say, I want to be a luxury agent. You have to understand it. You have to understand your people, who you're working with, and you have to understand your market. And you also have to have terrific partners to hand them off to, or to help take care of them at the next step.
Yeah, it's about building your circle. It's about, just the strong, just don't be selective with who you surround yourself with. Be patient. This type of thing doesn't happen overnight. You gotta as much as everyone wants to, go viral or blow up, it just doesn't work that way. Everything that we do in our organization right now is a culmination of what we've learned, and you learn the hard way a lot of times. And, you also just, be real with people. Our clients know that, this is a very personal thing. This is their home. And, we've come forward, and been real with them when it may have been easier to not necessarily, do that or skirt around something or brush it under the carpet, but you build that relationship and that trust through doing that type of thing. So, entrepreneurship is way harder than anything I ever imagined it would be. I can't, I could never imagine. I'm glad I didn't know when we started out. But it's very rewarding, and I just think you just got to be patient with it.
You don't know what you don't know, right? And that one meme or diagram where it's the road to success, entrepreneur road to success, and it's like this and then valleys and then up and then, wow, that, looking back now, it's like, wow, that couldn't be more true, right? So
it mirrors your stress level.
100%. Yeah. So what do you like to do? Obviously, she has a passion for horses and boating. What about you?
I am I was a golf pro for 10 years.
Okay.
Before we embarked on
that.
Spectrum Concierge.
Dave, I didn't know either, so we haven't golfed
Nobody
yet.
asked me.
Well,
She's just doing too many deals.
Yeah.
She doesn't even
Yeah.
know about golf.
no.
Chin, chin. No. I was a golf pro. I love golf. I'm a kind of just a sports guy in general. I play in a local soccer league and basketball, and Patriots fan, Red Sox fan. Sorry, everybody. But no, I just, we got two little kids. We got a 4 and a 5-year-old. Very blessed. We've got a wonderful team that Spectrum and Accent Cleaning currently is comprised of. Life is good, man. So we're in a great community down here.
Well, there's a couple of golf courses around here, so maybe we'll have to get out and play sometime.
Absolutely.
So, I would love to keep diving into so much more, but we're already getting close on the time, and we have one final speed round that we get to incorporate. Now, as the listeners might know already, you guys don't know what we're about to ask. They're very basic would you rather questions, and love to hear your response and a little bit about why you chose those. So there'll be 7 total, and the first one is, would you rather have one real get out of free jail card or a key that opens any door?
Key that opens any door. Not going to jail.
Get a jail card.
Why would you be in jail?
I don't know.
Hey, you can't ask questions why.
I always tell my kids, go have fun, be a little bad, but not go to jail bad.
That's true. Have fun. I just don't want to call in the middle of the night.
Don't want that. No.
Would you rather know the history of every object you touched or be able to talk to animals?
I don't want to know the history of every object I touch, so I'll go with conversing with the animals.
I think animals. I just want to talk to animals. Like, even no offense to the question, but the first part, I just don't even care. I just want to talk to animals.
Who came up with it?
Hey, the good old interwebs. All right. Would you rather always be 10 minutes late or always be 20 minutes early?
Would I rather, or do I try to be?
Or
would you rather, I guess, is the question.
I'd rather be 20 minutes early, but I'm always 10 minutes late.
Hey, you were early today.
I know. That was real. That was a lot of discipline.
Well, I'm not going to stereotype, but most realtors are a little bit late. They always run fashionable. They're on the same schedule at least, right?
Try never to be late for my appointments.
We all try to do that, but life happens, especially down here in Florida with the drivers right
traffic.
now. What about you?
I'd rather be 20 minutes early. I probably am more like 10 minutes late.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. Would you rather have an easy job working for someone else or work for yourself, but work incredibly hard?
That's easy.
I
Work,
think,
work for ourselves.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's consistent, and I don't plan on ever quitting. You know, I don't know what are you going to do?
Right, exactly. Would you rather go back to age 5 with everything you know now, or know now everything your future self will learn?
Oh, Lord.
This is a challenging one.
Can I go back to 18?
You have to go to 5 and deal with all.
I'll go back to age 5, I guess. It was easy then. No iPhones.
Yeah, but think about the other
Right.
one would be know everything from the future right now.
Oh, we can make some money.
Yeah, you can make some money.
We can make some money. I'll buy everything in Port Royal. Buy that.
Yeah, back in age 5.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could-
That's true.
We could, yeah.
Should have bought it back then.
Oh, no, we should have, could have, would have.
Oh, we
Man.
should. What about you, Dave?
I guess I'm going back to age 5, knowing everything I know now. You know, life would have been a little easier.
Yeah, but not as fun.
Yeah.
True. Would you rather be the first person to explore a planet or be the inventor of a drug that cures a deadly disease?
Curing a disease.
Dave?
Man, that is a tough one. I'm going onto the new planet. I mean, who
Yeah.
that kind of needs to.
Both are going to be beneficial in some
Right.
way, you
You
know,
cure the
obviously.
disease. I'll go.
Okay.
There you
All
go.
right.
There's a
All right.
happy medium. there.
Okay.
And this is the last one. Would you rather have unlimited international first class tickets or never have to pay for food at a restaurant again?
I like to eat.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Give me that free food.
We have no time to leave. Where are we going to
True.
go? We can't travel. You can't travel.
Yeah.
No. We're
Yeah.
food in the restaurant.
Food.
I hear you on
Bring it.
that. Me and my girlfriend would say the same thing.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're out of time. So, as always, Southwest Florida Real Producers extremely thrilled to have you on here, and we're pumped to bring Real Producers on air. So, stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew.
And thank you, VentureX, for allowing us to be here in the podcast studio. Until next time, we'll see you guys.